This video is brought to you by my 35th birthday. I'm now extremely shameless about age, like having a Christmas tree in February, because I'm 35 and that means that this is my second birthday without my loved one. Absolutely no plans were made, none other than I knew I wanted to bake me a cheesecake for the occasion. Other than that, nothing was concretized. So in short, I had an absolute blast. This was actually my favorite and best birthday ever. It worked out that way. No part of me was intending to make this so unforgettable and awesome, but it just became that way. So first I had girls' weekend with my best friend, and then my soul brother is a man who is in his 60s and is a surfer who had a surf session on Sunday. My birthday was January 29th, which was a Saturday. So I ended up having girls' weekend, a surf session, a cheesecake, and before that I had time at Runyon Canyon with my other best friend. I'm the luckiest girl in the world. I have three best friends. Two boys I met in junior high, and then a girl I met when I was 23. And between the three of us, respectively, with each person, I have a very, very our own thing. We'll just leave it like that for lack of a better term. But any whoosies, whether your birthday has already passed or is coming up or is so far into the future that you don't really care at this point, have a very happy birthday. And just know that you don't have to make any big plans, or you could go ahead and make some full-blown plans. But regardless what you do, just prioritize your well-being, your sense of creativity and adventure, and that all things are subject to change. For instance, I baked this cheesecake and wanted to make it a cherry cheesecake, only I forgot to add them and just last minute dropped them in, so I cratered it, but it's cool. And the next day I took what was left of the cheesecake to the surfers because I really wanted a bunch of people to help me eat it, because as good as it was, I frightened myself thinking my best friend and me could kill this between the two of us. That's just, no, we're not doing that. Speaking of surfers, they stunted me. Like Jamie Foxx did in his new show, Dad, Stop Embarrassing Me. What I'm trying to say is they reminded me of the grief, as if it's not already at the forefront of my mind. But they reminded me of the grief in a very unique and almost sneaky way. For example, when I was with the surfers, we wrapped session with a song that meant literally feed your grief to the earth. Pardon me, I didn't get what language that was, but per the surfer leading the song, Feed Your Grief is sung because if the earth notices that you're not feeding your grief to the earth, it starts to take it out on you and it begins to take from you because it's mad at you for holding in so much pain. I have no reason to argue with a surfer about that. So absolutely no doubts in my heart. I trusted what they said and sang along, and it was all kinds of everything. I wanted to cry, I wanted to laugh, I wanted to yell with my homie over there who was feeling the song so strongly. And after we were done with that, I turned toward the horizon and shouted, "This one's for Missy!" And then I hugged everybody and then took off. So, side note, the surfers were super impressed with the cheesecake. I even got one of those hand gestures because I let them know that it was mostly clean. I aimed to make a vegan cheesecake, but unfortunately, after many stores, I didn't find any that I liked. The one I was hoping to find is all of a sudden non-existent, so I went with what I could find. Again, no part of this birthday celebration was planned other than I knew I wanted to stuff my face with a cheesecake at some point, preferably homemade, and then the rest just really snowballed after that. Wrapping up this video got a little too hard because the images are ones that I greatly appreciate, and so I'm gonna drop the voice here. Thank you so much. And the video of the 4 Faces of Grief is in the works. Thanks a ton. Good looking out.